Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is part 2 of my series with Sarah Kahn. If you haven't watched part 1 yet, I recommend you start there, and I'll link it up in the cards as well as down below in the description box. Sarah is the owner of Sarah Kahn Hair in Seattle, and she is currently offering clean beauty coaching services to help you find your perfect look. In this video, I'll be getting ready for the day using all the Kjaer Weis products Sarah picked out for me during our consultation. Let's get started. I've already washed and moisturized my face, and I don't plan on spending time outdoors today, so I'm skipping the sunscreen. Like Sarah suggested in my last video, I'm mixing 2 drops of the Kjaer Weis Beautiful Oil and the cream foundation to create a base with a light coverage. Mixing the two makes the foundation much lighter than when it's used on its own. Typically when I use this foundation, I like to use a beauty blender with it so that it's not too heavy. And while I'm using one here out of habit, a few days after I filmed this, I just used my fingertips to spread the mixture and it blended out really well. What I like about this oil and cream foundation combo is that it still looks like my skin, just more even toned. It just looks like I have really nice skin. And at the moment, this shade is slightly darker than my skin, but once I get a bit of a tan, it's a pretty great match for me. I'll be using a bit more product to conceal some redness, and while I'm using this as an under eye concealer here, I think I would prefer to use a shade lighter just for some brightening. And here's a close-up of my skin. Doesn't it look really natural? Like it just looks like a less red version of my own skin. I decided to go back for one more round of covering some spots. The one on my chin is a pimple that I kind of messed with a few days ago, and now it's flat, but it's still a little bit red. And then I tend to have some redness around my nose. I'm pretty happy with how that turned out, so we'll move on to the next step. This is me telling you that I'm gonna fill in my brows and that I'll be right back. Next, I'll be applying the cream blush in Joyful. This is a blush that Sarah gifted me last summer. It adds a very natural flush to my face, and it's one I reach for often because it's just so easy to wear. When Sarah first described Kjaer Weis's blushes to me, she mentioned that they are next level because they just become one with your skin, and I hear her telling me this in my head whenever I use it. I like that it looks like it's barely there, although I think I did use a bit more on the right side of my cheek. I also like to add a little bit on the bridge of my nose to give it that sun-kissed look. As Sarah suggested, I decided to try Joyful on my eyes, and this was the first time doing so. I'm remembering her telling me to cover the lid, but not to go up too high, like all the way up to my brow bone, so I'm keeping that in mind. I'm applying another layer, and I like that it looks like I'm wearing a bit of bronzer on my eyelids, which is something I already enjoy doing. Moving on to the lips, this is the lip gloss in Courage. I'm gonna show you what this looks like on my lips first on its own, and later on I'll show you what it looks like when mixed with the lip tint. Now this lip gloss has a 6-month shelf life, and to keep things clean, I'm applying it with my finger instead of using the doe foot applicator straight on my lips. I do like a light application of this, otherwise it can look a little too milky for my taste. And on top of my natural lip color, it does look more pink than it does coral. This is the lip tint in the shade Lover's Choice. When I first opened this in person, it took my breath away. It's such a beautiful, rich cherry. And here's how I would wear it day to day. I do like it pretty sheer and blotted, and I think it makes my lips look very full and plump when I apply it this way. I want to show you how I build it up for a bolder look, so here's me taking some more product and applying another layer. This is going to be my third and my last layer, just to show you like the potential that this lip tint has in terms of really building up to look like a very bold lipstick. So this is probably for like a date night or just a special occasion. My preferred way to wear this bold lip is with minimal eye makeup. For lip option number 3, I'm going to be mixing the lip tint in Lover's Choice with the lip gloss in Courage. It creates this pinkish red shade. It reminds me of a watermelon, and I would have never thought to mix the two until Sarah told me about it on our call. And I really like the texture that this combination creates. It has more of a grip on my lips, as in I find it longer lasting on my lips than if I were to wear each product on its own. It's also a bit more forgiving if my lips aren't well moisturized underneath. I decided to add a little cat eye with the Kjaer Weis eye pencil in brown. This was purchased on my own, and it's what I use when I want to wear eyeliner because it's forgiving. I'm so thankful to Sarah, who opened my eyes to the world of Kjaer Weis, and not only that, she is a magician when it comes to picking out products that truly represent me. And if that's something that you're looking for as well, check out her clean beauty coaching services. I'll have links in the description box. Thank you so much, Sarah, for partnering with me in this video, and thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.